Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, does the gauge of the tennis string increase or decrease weight on your racket? Stay tuned. All right, coffee sponsor of today is Robert D. Robert writes, "Hi Harry, what are the best winter tennis balls to play on clay courts? In winter, I'm playing on courts where temperature is around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius or 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I play the whole year with Dunlop Fort clay balls, which now I'm considering a switch in wintertime to Wilson Roland Garros all-court balls. They are cheaper, but maybe they will be harder than Dunlop balls. What do you think about that? Can you recommend balls in winter and summertime on clay, except pen balls, as I cannot buy them in Poland?" Oh, that's a good question. I really like those Dunlop Fort balls. They are actually the best balls that Dunlop makes. The Fort ball is the highest quality that Dunlop manufactures. So I personally, if I were you, I would just stick with those balls in both the winter and the summer. That way you kind of still get the same feel on the same ball. Switching balls right now probably wouldn't be beneficial. Yeah, it's kind of like me and the balls I like, Wilson US Opens. When you switch to anything else, it kind of throws me off a little bit. There's like a different kind of I call it a break-in period, the first 10 minutes in which you're getting adjusted to whatever ball you're playing with. So yeah, I'd probably just stick with the Forts. Pay that little extra and don't have to make too many adjustments in your game. Okay? So thank you for the coffee, Robert, and thank you for being a member of my Buy Me a Coffee Club. If you want to be my coffee sponsor of the day, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. If you want to contribute to the channel, super thanks is the way. Link is below. Thank you all so much. All right, guys. So, question came from Joon Han. "I've been watching your videos for a while now. Big fan. I have an interesting question regarding string weights, not tension, actual weights. I used to use Headlinks Tour as my go-to string, and recently I tried different string from my friend. Surprisingly, my racket felt so much head lighter. Do you think it's just in my head? Or are some strings really lighter than others? Thank you for reading." Well, June, that is a great question. Let's just think about this a little bit. Headlinks Tour is a poly. So is a poly heavier than a synthetic? So that's the first question. Will a 16 gauge or a 17 gauge Headlinks Tour be heavier than a multi in the same gauge? Right? Let's answer those questions right now. So I have an assortment of strings. Obviously they're in the packaging, but let's see where we are at with gauges, with color, multi versus poly. Let's see if there's something to this. So number one, we're going to take the Headlinks Tour, which is your string, in the 17 gauge. 125 millimeters. So I'm just going to quickly just get that scale out. So a scale is actually super useful, guys. This thing can tell you if you're consistent. You could throw 20 of these on there and they should read the same. They should, because quality control on this should be top notch. So let's just take that off. Okay, we got one of these tie straps on, okay? So that's 23. Let me get a board out because, sorry. Links, Tor, 17, 23. Okay, so I'm going to take notes as we go. And that's a full set. Obviously, we're not going to be using all of this, and we're definitely not going to be using that tie strap. So it will be definitely lighter than that. It'll probably be in that 16-gram realm when we're done. So I'm going to take the same string, well, the same company, in a multi, okay? Velocity 17. In the black color. 20. Black 20. So we just lost 3 grams. Huh. Is there something to it? Is there something to it? So I'm going to take the same string, velocity 17, in natural. Let's see if that die weighs something. No, not in this case. Oh, no, it does. Oh, it just changed. No, it doesn't. It changed to 19 for a split second there. Oh, here it is. It's changed to 19. Color changed it? I'm putting natural. 19. Okay. So we're losing a little bit of string weight on some of these. Okay. So let's take a look at something else. Let's take a look at confidential. So we got 18 gauge going on here. $19. $18 is 19. Let's see what 17 is. Oh, 21. What's 16L? $22. So here's the interesting thing. This is 125. This is 120. And 18 gauge is not 115. Oh, it is 115. So it's 0.5 millimeter, 0.05 millimeter differences. So you would think it would be 1 to 2 pretty consistently. And then 130, the thickest they make, it's got to be 23 at least. 25. Okay, so 16 gauge. All right, so let's take a look at one of the top multis on the market, NXT. So we got 16 over here, 17 over here. I took the extra thing off, guys, so there's not two of the tie straps on. So 17 is 18 grams. 16 is going to be a little higher. 18 and 21. So 18 and 21. Now, supposedly, whenever something gets softer in the poly copolys, they inject more air into the strings. So think about ice cream. High quality ice cream, gonna weigh a little bit more. The stuff that ain't so good has got more air in it. Have you ever seen your ice cream melt and it doesn't become liquid and just kind of stays there? It doesn't kind of do this, and when you pour it out, it's kind of real frothy, real thick. Well, that's kind of what they do to the soft string. They inject it with air just to fill in the gaps, to make it like a foam in a cappuccino. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it softer. So there should be a weight difference in something that's soft versus something that's regular. There should be. So Hybrid G 16L. 22. 16L soft. 21. So yeah, a little bit more air. So you're not getting the full effect of your creamy ice cream. So that's why that that string is softer. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what my man Joon was asking me. Okay, so 23 is what, let's say, he was using. If you look at Velocity, which is a multi, in the black, that's lighter. In the natural, it's even lighter than that. Confidential 18, thinner, obviously going to be lighter. 17 in the confidential, lighter. 16L, lighter. Until you get into 16 regular is when we actually get heavier. So more multis here, NXT, lighter. 16 gauge, lighter. Hybrid G 16L, a little lighter. In the soft, 2 grams lighter. So I guess if you're looking at this from a purely weight standpoint, it looks like you may have a string that, or you were using a string that was heavier than most strings of that gauge or caliber, but literally by 1, 2, 3 grams. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3 grams. Unless you're a human scale, most people aren't going to be able to, be able to tell the difference. I know I can't. Probably Coach Andrew can't, or anybody else. So unless you're ultra sensitive to slight weight, is not a huge difference. What I think is happening though, and this happened over this weekend too. I had a player come in that I've known since he was 10 years old. He just went to college, finished college, and now he's a working man now. And he's decided to take up tennis again. So he brought me a blade version 6 and 2 version 8s, all the same grip size. And he swears that Wilson's quality control is off and that the version 8s are head heavier. And I literally threw them on the scale. Yeah, they were heavier. I threw them on the swing weight machine. Yeah, they had more swing weight. And I kept gripping it though. I kept gripping it. And I was like, there's something off about these grips. And he swore to me, they both have one overgrip on it. But I kept feeling on that version 6, the old blade. I was like, this ain't right. There's something wrong here. So I was like, can I strip this down, this version 6? And he's like, sure. So I stripped it down. I took one overgrip off and there was another overgrip on there. So he had 2 overgrips on the old one because he had squeezed it for so many years and forgot that he put a second overgrip on it for the padding. Whereas the brand new version 8s only had 1 overgrip on it. So I said, here, check this out. I'm going to strip this down, change the replacement grip, and then put a new overgrip on this, and let's see what we get. Okay? So I did it. I changed the replacement grip, changed the overgrip. They all came out the same. That extra overgrip, although it's old on the version 6, will add the weight to the handle, making the head feel lighter and making it come through faster. So if you were to just add 1 overgrip to your racket, it's going to feel a little heavier versus 2 overgrips. It'll make that head feel like it's faster. Okay? So if you did that, or if you changed the overgrip, or you did anything wrapping kind of different, it will alter that balance. It will make your head either lighter or heavier depending on what you did. Most of the time it's going to make it head lighter because you're adding weight to the handle and it's not going to be as much towards the head, if you know what I mean. Okay? So I'm guessing that may be the culprit, or maybe the way you wrapped it a little thicker or something like that. That can change it too. Okay, so is it string? Is it weight? You'd have to be ultra sensitive to know. All right, to feel that kind of difference. My guess is it's something in the way you're wrapping an overgrip, or you're changing an overgrip, or you added an overgrip. All right? June, I hope I answered your question. There is a difference, but it's very, very minute. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Oh!
Great job, Aaron.
I got you, Rob, buddy. Look, I got you, Rob. Oh, hey. I got you, Rob. I got you, Rob. Thank you for the weekly lesson, dude.
Aaron, back up. Again.
Oh, I got you, Rob. I got you, Rob. I got you, Rob. Now, if you want a patient pro just like Coach Rob, hey, Play Your Court is the place. Your pro can come to you, right? They can come out to your site. All you need to do is go to playyourcourt.com. You can even get a discount there. playyourcourt.com/tennis spin.
Harry, are you sure you're right-handed?